topic is all about communication for various purposes, which is to obtain, provide, and disseminate information, to persuade and argue. First is informative communication. Informative communication means a proactive approach rather than a reactive or ad hoc response as issues crop up. Being proactive can avoid problems that arise from an information or informative vacuum. When people share knowledge about the world in which they live, they are participating in the process of informative communication. Informative messages attempt to present an objective that is providing knowledge, especially useful or interesting information. A communication plan makes it easy to stay organized and make your programs involving communication needs, key messages, and tactics will change. The main purpose of informative or expository communication or writing is simply convey information factually. The goal is to input new learning, enhance your prior knowledge, confirm a concept, elevate comprehension of an idea, or explain or process procedure. There is a tips of doing an informative presentation. A. Stick to the one fact. Avoid repetition. Make it clear. When people communicate with each other, they exchange various forms of meaning, such as ideas and information. It has been estimated that people spend more time communicating than they spend on any other complex activity in life, and that is the informative communication. Second is persuasive communication. Persuasive communication means persuading others to understand what one is trying to communicate. It has one core purpose, get the reader to support, believe, and act in favor of presenter. And there is a tips of doing persuasive presentation. A. Objective but subjective. B. Use your brain, not your heart. For the clarification, an informative speech aims to inform the audience on the specific topic, and a persuasive speech aims to persuade the audience to perform a certain action or convince the audience to adopt the belief or opinion of the speaker, and that is the persuasive communication. The third one is argumentative communication. Argumentative communication tries to listeners or reader believe that your idea is better based on the various reasons that you have at hand. It is logical and reason why to demonstrate one's point of view, belief, conclusion, or position. An example of this is debate, and there is a tips of doing argumentative presentation. First, it is one-way debate. Second, move the reader to action. Third, end with a punch. Argumentative communication modern approach to making decisions considers real argumentations where rational communicators do the best they can to justify their standpoints in certain context.
Hi, I'm Leima Luldaba. My topic is all about public speaking. When we say public speaking, the speakers speak in front to the people or audience to accomplish the specific goals such as to inform, to entertain, or to persuade. There are three major differences between conversation and public speaking. First, public speaking is more highly structured. Second, public speaking is more highly formal language. Third, public speaking requires a different of delivery. There are several ways of delivering speech: a reading speech or a reading manuscript. Read entire speech out for reference. Have the speaker read the speech verbatim from prepared written text containing whole speech. Memorize speech. Have recited from memory without use aid card. An impromptu, have no time to prepare for speech. Guidelines when writing speech. First, focus on your topic. Second, develop your topic. Third, organize your speech with a introduction, body, and conclusion. There are 6 ways to turn nervousness from a negative force into a positive. First, acquire speaking experience. Second, prepare. Third, think positively. Use the power of visualization. Know that most nervousness is not visible. And 6, do not expect perfection. Elements for a good delivery in public speaking: volume, pitch, pause, vocal variety, pronunciation, articulation, movement, gesture, and eye contact.
Hi, I am Dian Pushun Bernal. My topic is all about interview in communication for various purposes. The last one is interview, the last topic in communication for various purposes. And in the interview is a meeting of people face to face, especially for consultation. An interview is a conversation between two or more people where questions are asked by the interviewer to elicit facts or statements from the interviewee. Interviews are used for purposes that range from evaluating job candidates to collecting market research and creating new stories. Interview is two-party interactions in which at least one party has a specific serious purpose, and that usually involves the asking and answering questions. In the interview, there are characteristics of an interview. Planning an interview, Adler 2012, guidelines for both the interviewer and interview. There are characteristics of an interview. First is interviewing always involves two parties. Second is interviewing is always purposeful. Third is there is focus or asking and answering questions. In the interview, there is planning an interview. Adler 2012. First is define the goal. Your goal is to present yourself as the best candidate for the position and also to learn more about the position and interviewers' organizations to determine whether preparing for the interview you need to get your goals in focus. And second, identify and analyze the other party and respondent. Third, prepare a list of topics you must prepare to your next job opportunity. Fourth, choose the best interview structures. You must consider the job requirements, choose the interview structures, and plan the interview questions. Fifth, arrange the setting. Start the interview on time and introduce yourself and members if applicable. And explain your role and offer the candidate water to drink and establish a rapport. And the last, give a high-level overview of the interview process and the job. And the last one of the interview, there is guidelines for both the interviewer and interviewee in the conduct of the interview. There is 8 guidelines. First is formally inform that you will be conducting or attending an interview. Second is being punctual is key in making a good impression. It helps create a good first expression to your interview. You must be good impression. Third is dress to impress. Dress to impress to the idea of making formal and making people believe in you to your interview. And color your words. Fourth is always start with a strong handshake. Is more than just a simple gesture. Fifth, color your words. with kindness. You must be kindness. And 6, avoid unnecessary stories. And 7, do not lose eye contact during the interview. And 8, the magic word is thank you. You must be said thank you when you end the interview.